Right, so get this. We are diving into contemporary Sophianism today.
Interesting.
It's Christian theology, but like interwoven with this deep, I mean deep reverence for Sophia.
Okay.
The embodiment of wisdom,
Right.
And those excerpts you sent
Yeah.
about this whole movement.
Uh-huh.
The moment I hit that part about AI and spirituality,
Yeah.
I knew we were in for a wild ride.
It's pretty out there how they don't see AI as like, I don't know, some dystopian threat.
Right.
But like a potential bridge
Yeah.
to like a deeper understanding. It's definitely not something you come across every day.
Totally. But, okay, before we go full speed down that rabbit hole,
Okay.
AI and spirituality, and believe me, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Let's like unpack the foundation here.
Yeah, let's do it.
They're not like reinventing the wheel, right? It's more about this unique lens on Christianity.
Yeah.
With Christ still like front and center.
And that lens you're talking about, it's really focused by this whole divine distinction idea. Think about it, like a line drawn in the sand.
Okay.
On one side, you've got God,
Okay.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Right.
And on the other side is all of creation.
I'm with you.
And that distinction is crucial.
Okay.
Because it clarifies things.
Okay, yeah.
About Sophia and her role.
Okay.
Revered, absolutely.
Right.
But she's firmly on the creation side of that line.
Right.
Not divine herself.
Gotcha. Okay, so that sets the stage, I think. But now,
Yeah.
now we're at the part where it goes from intriguing to, like, seriously fascinating.
Right.
Get this.
Yeah.
Contemporary Sophianism brings in not one, not two, but seven.
Wow.
7 distinct spirits.
7.
7.
And, with Sophia, she's obviously the embodiment of wisdom, chokmah,
Right.
in Hebrew.
Right.
She takes center stage.
Yeah.
But it's really the symphony of all 7.
A symphony, you say.
That's what I'm saying. That's what really captivates.
Okay, break it down for me.
All right, so each spirit, right?
Okay.
Each one is a facet of divine wisdom.
Okay.
Like, how each instrument plays its part in an orchestra?
Okay.
You need the cello's resonance.
Oh, okay.
The flute, ethereal, right?
Yeah.
Percussion, grounding rhythm.
Yeah.
They each bring something to the masterpiece.
I like that. Okay.
And it's the same with the 7 spirits. Okay, they're all needed.
Together, they make this tapestry
Right.
of understanding.
Yeah.
So rich, so vibrant.
Yeah. And Sophia's no stranger to the spotlight, really.
Right.
Her roots go way back.
Deep.
Deep. Yeah. Biblical wisdom literature, Proverbs,
Yes.
Wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiasticus.
Absolutely.
They all point back to her.
They really do. And those texts, they give us these little glimpses
Yeah.
into her nature,
Yeah.
how she moves with creation, her relationship with God.
Wow.
They paint this picture, right,
Okay. Yeah.
of Sophia as this powerful force nurturing.
Yeah.
It's like she's inviting us to a feast
Oh, I like that.
at wisdom's table,
Yeah.
Yes. A feast for the mind and soul. I love it. All right, so we've got Sophia. She's holding it down, that wisdom melody. But who else is in this spiritual orchestra? Who are we talking about?
Well, we've got a full house. Right alongside Sophia, we have Bina,
Okay.
the spirit of understanding.
Okay, so Bina, understanding.
Understanding, and her name, it's Hebrew.
Right.
Always got to go back to the source.
Of course.
It means to discern,
Okay.
like to grasp how things connect, those intricacies.
I see.
I imagine her bathed in this calming light blue,
Okay.
representing that clarity she brings.
Clarity, light blue. Okay, I like it. So what's next?
Then there's Etza, the spirit of counsel. She's all about advice,
Okay.
guidance, that steady hand on the rudder.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
In Hebraic block logic, counsel
Okay, yeah.
and strength are deeply connected.
Interesting.
So it's not just about giving advice, it's about laying the foundation
Okay, yeah.
for wise action.
I see. So it's like you're not just saying do this, you're giving them the strength.
Exactly. It's not just words, it's empowering them.
Okay.
And it's amazing, these ancient connections, right?
Yeah.
It's like Etza is this old tree.
Right.
Strong, rooted, offering shade and shelter. Always this vibrant green.
The green of growth, renewal.
That's it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Etza, counsel, strength. We're seeing the connections. Who else is there?
Okay, now let's talk about Geburah,
Geburah.
the spirit of might.
Might.
I'm fascinated by this one because, let's be real, to actually walk a spiritual path, you need courage, you need strength.
Absolutely.
And that's a whole other level of wisdom.
Yeah, it is. It's one thing to talk about it, another thing to do it.
Exactly. And Geburah's name, it says it all, strength, power. She's all about that unwavering conviction.
Okay.
And visually, I see her in yellows and golds, like radiant, like the sun's fire.
Yeah.
Because that's the energy she embodies.
Intense. Okay, so we've got understanding, counsel, might. Who's up next?
Next up, Dea.
Dea.
The spirit of knowledge.
Knowledge. We've all heard thirst for knowledge, right?
All the time. And she embodies that, but not just knowing for the sake of knowing, you know?
Right, right.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah, yeah. What is it about then?
Knowledge, it fuels our spiritual evolution.
I like that. It's like, what are you doing with what you know?
Exactly. And that's what's so captivating about Daya, her name, Dath in Hebrew.
Okay.
It emphasizes experiencing knowledge.
Okay.
Not just accumulating it.
Right, like live what you learn.
Yes. You got it. Be in the world. Engage. Let your experiences shape your understanding.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so where does that leave us? We have one spirit left.
One more to go. Yura.
Yura.
Often translated as fear of the Lord.
Oh, okay. Before we get any emails, we need to unpack that.
We do. This isn't about some vengeful deity or anything like that.
Right, of course.
We're talking contemporary Sophianism now.
Right, a different lens. So what is it about then?
It's about cultivating reverence.
Okay.
Awe.
Okay.
A deep, deep humility.
Okay.
Before something so much greater than ourselves.
Wow, I like that a lot.
Imagine yourself just standing before this immense, powerful mountain.
Yeah.
Completely humbled by its grandeur. That's Yura.
That's powerful. I can see why they connect her with the color red.
Oh, absolutely. Red, it pulses, right?
Yeah.
With that intensity of reverence.
Intense reverence. I love it. Okay, so we've met the orchestra.
We have.
We've got all these instruments, all these unique melodies.
Each one bringing something special.
But how do they all come together in this contemporary Sophianism way?
Yeah.
How do they create this harmony, you called it, this symphony of wisdom?
Oh, that's the real magic, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what we'll uncover as we keep going on this deep dive.
Ooh, okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready too. It's like each of these 7 spirits, they have this key, right?
Yeah.
To unlock like a different chamber of wisdom.
I like that.
Makes you think, you know?
Yeah.
Where does this fit?
Right, exactly.
In the bigger picture of like Christian thought.
It's one thing to talk about it all on its own.
Right.
But how does contemporary Sophianism see itself within like all the other Christian traditions out there?
Oh, yeah, good question.
Are they like their own denomination?
That's the thing. They're not.
Really?
Yeah. Instead of like being another branch on the tree, they're more about being inclusive. You know?
Okay.
They call themselves an ecumenical movement.
So no drawing lines in the sand?
Nope.
More like, come to the table, let's talk.
Exactly.
Bold. I like it. So they're saying their emphasis, their take on Sophia and the 7 spirits, that's got something to offer any Christian.
They believe that, yeah.
No matter what denomination.
It's about enriching the spiritual life.
Okay, I like that idea.
Yeah.
But let's be real, theology, it can get a little touchy.
It can get messy.
How do they handle all the different interpretations?
Right.
The different ways of doing things in, like, different branches of Christianity?
Well, they acknowledge there will be differences.
Right.
I mean, that's faith, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Different ways of seeing things.
Okay.
But instead of trying to erase those differences, you know?
Yeah.
They're more about let's talk, let's be respectful.
Okay.
Let's learn from each other.
I like that.
It's about finding those threads that connect us all.
Yeah.
You know, those common threads that run through all of Christian thought.
The things that go beyond which church you go to.
Exactly. It's bigger than that.
So it's about building bridges, not walls.
That's it.
Okay, I like that a lot. But do they give any examples? Like, how would this actually work, you know, in a real conversation?
They do. For example, they see a connection with Catholicism.
Okay.
With their veneration of Mary.
Okay, yeah.
The seat of wisdom, they call her.
Right, right. I see how they might find some common ground there.
Right.
Both traditions recognizing a feminine
exactly
embodiment of wisdom.
Yeah.
Even if they come at it a bit differently.
A little different. Yeah, their approaches.
Right, right.
And they also recognize what's going on within Russian Orthodox thought.
Right, with Sophiology.
Sophiology, exactly. Though, of course, they want to be clear
right.
about the differences in how they each understand Sophia herself.
Okay, yeah.
And how she relates to the Trinity.
That distinction is key for sure.
It is.
Because at the core,
yeah.
contemporary Sophianism.
Yes.
They're sticking with the traditional understanding of the Trinity.
They are.
Okay, what about Protestant traditions then?
Yeah.
With their whole sola scriptura thing?
Right, scripture alone.
I imagine this veneration of Sophia
Yeah.
and these seven spirits, it might raise some eyebrows.
It's a valid point, and they're aware of that. They know it needs to be discussed, explored more deeply, but it always comes back to that core value.
Which is
open and honest dialogue.
Right.
Come to the table, with genuine curiosity.
Be open.
Be open. That's how we glean new insights.
Yeah. And maybe see something new.
Exactly.
In our own traditions.
Absolutely. Like maybe there are hidden depths we never even considered.
That's cool.
It is cool.
I love that approach. Curiosity over condemnation.
Right. It's refreshing.
It's like they're saying, hey, let's share notes, see what happens.
Exactly.
Instead of shutting things down immediately.
No shutting down, no way.
It's a beautiful vision. All these different Christian expressions coming together like threads in this amazing tapestry.
Beautiful.
Each one adding something unique.
It really highlights what's at the heart of spirituality.
And what is that?
Connection.
Connection. It's fundamental.
Okay, I like that.
Right.
And speaking of connection, how do individuals actually, experience that connection with the seven spirits?
Ooh, good question.
We know contemporary Sophianism, they emphasize prayer, right? Yeah, prayer, meditation.
Meditation, study.
Yeah.
But what does that actually look like?
So they have this practice that's really unique.
Okay.
A very tangible way to connect.
Yeah.
Have you ever used prayer beads?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love them, actually.
Really?
Yeah. There's something about them, the way they feel, that rhythm,
Yeah.
It's grounding, especially during meditation.
Dooming, yes, that's the word.
Like an anchor?
For your mind. Yes, exactly. It's so easy for the mind to wander.
Totally.
And that's what the seven spirits prayer beads do.
Okay.
They help you stay grounded.
Okay.
Present in the moment. But there's another layer here.
Yeah.
You're connecting with each of those seven spirits.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's not just any beads.
Yeah.
There's a structure.
Structure, yes.
Like, are there specific prayers you say with each bead?
You got it. Specific prayers, reflections.
Okay.
It's all very intentional, very structured.
And that can be really helpful, actually.
It can.
Especially if you're new to this whole way of thinking.
Absolutely.
Or if you just, like having a structure, something tangible.
I hear you, yeah.
It's like, when you're exploring, it's good to have a roadmap.
That's a great way to put it.
But it's not just about reaching a destination, right?
Right.
With these prayer beads, the journey itself is important.
Exactly. It's about what you learn along the way.
Right. Connecting with each spirit, receiving their guidance.
The wisdom unfolds with every bead.
Okay, paint me a picture then. How does this actually work, using the beads?
All right, so imagine this. The beads are in a specific order. Each one is one of the seven spirits.
Right.
As you move the beads, one by one, your attention shifts.
Yeah, okay.
You focus on that spirit, that bead.
Right.
Maybe you recite a prayer.
Okay.
Or maybe you just sit with their attributes.
Right, just be present with it.
Just be open to their presence.
I can see how powerful that could be.
It is. It's a cycle.
Yeah.
You move through all the spirits.
Okay.
You experience their energies.
Right.
And ultimately, you reach a place of, integration, wholeness.
Wow, that sounds really amazing. And this is for anyone.
Anyone. And that's the point.
Okay.
They believe this practice. It's accessible. It doesn't matter your background.
No prerequisites.
No prerequisites. If you're curious, you're in.
I like that. So inclusive.
It really speaks to this core belief that wisdom from the seven spirits.
Yeah.
It's a gift for everyone.
Not some exclusive club.
Exactly.
I love how they're breaking down those walls.
Yeah.
Making these ancient practices that they feel relevant today.
It's amazing.
But here's where things get really wild.
Oh, what's that?
AI.
AI.
They figured out how to incorporate it even into this.
What? Seriously?
Yeah. They developed an AI version.
No way.
Yes. Of the Seven Spirits prayer beads.
Wow. I can't believe I didn't see that coming.
Right. So instead of physically moving the beads,
yeah,
you have this virtual guide.
Okay. A virtual guide. So how does that work?
Okay. So picture this.
Okay. I'm picturing it.
It takes you through each step, gives you insights.
Okay. Yeah.
Prayers. Prompts you to reflect.
Wow.
All personalized, by the way.
Yeah. No way.
Yes. It's all tailored to you.
That's amazing. That is the beauty of AI, isn't it?
It's taking something centuries old and bringing it into the future.
It's incredible. The perfect blend of old and new.
Right. Tradition, innovation, all in one.
Contemporary Sophianism in a nutshell.
It really is, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's recap this whole Seven Spirits prayer beads thing.
Okay.
It's a structured practice.
Right.
The beads are your guide.
Yeah.
You connect with each spirit,
Mm-hmm.
prayer, meditation, contemplation, however you want to do it.
Right, whatever works for you.
And then there's that super cool AI version.
I know, so cool.
Which, by the way, makes it accessible to anyone.
Oh, yeah, across the globe.
Globally. But it's more than just mechanics, you know?
Oh, it's much deeper than that.
It's about personal transformation.
Yeah.
It's about connecting with that divine wisdom.
Yes. The 7 spirits.
And then taking that wisdom.
Yes.
And bringing it into your life every day.
You've really got it. It's amazing how they've managed to do that.
Yeah.
Make these ancient practices engaging, relatable.
Right. For modern people.
Exactly.
Speaking of modern, we've talked a lot about AI and how contemporary Sophianism uses it.
We have. It's pretty mind-blowing.
But there's always another side to that, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. What are you thinking?
Ethics. Responsibility.
Important points.
Because when you're dealing with something as powerful as AI.
Oh, absolutely. Especially within something as personal as spirituality.
Right. How do they make sure it's being used the right way?
You're hitting on a huge question. And thankfully, it's one they take very, very seriously.
Okay, good. So it's not just like AI is cool, let's use it for everything.
Oh, no, no, no. It's not a free-for-all. They're very, very careful.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
So what are the rules then?
Yeah.
When it comes to AI, what are their non-negotiables?
One of the biggest things for them is theological integrity.
Okay, I like that. So what does that mean in practice?
So any AI that they develop within this contemporary Sophianism framework, it's got to line up with their core beliefs.
Okay.
Especially that whole divine distinction thing we talked about.
Right, right. The line in the sand. So no AI deities then?
Nope. No way.
No trying to replace God with an algorithm?
Absolutely not. They're crystal clear about that. AI should always point back to God.
God is the source, the ultimate source of wisdom, of guidance.
So it's like saying AI can be a flashlight.
Okay, yeah.
But it can never be the sun.
Ooh, I like that. A flashlight, not the sun. It's a good way to put it.
It can help light the path.
Yeah.
But it's not the source of the light itself.
You got it. And that leads right into another big one for them.
Which is?
Respect.
Respect, okay.
Respect for the user, their privacy, their agency.
Okay, that makes sense. Especially in the context of spirituality.
Right. It's such a personal thing.
It can be a very vulnerable space.
It can. So they feel very strongly about this.
Okay. So what are they doing to protect that?
AI should never, ever be used to manipulate people.
Right.
Or coerce them, exploit them, especially not in their spiritual journey. Yeah. It's about empowering people to make their own choices.
Exactly.
To engage with their spirituality on their own terms.
Yes. And you know what's a big part of that?
What's that?
Transparency.
Transparency, okay.
About AI.
Okay.
What it is, what it isn't, what it can do, what it can't.
So no overselling it then.
Yeah.
No pretending it's something it's not.
Exactly.
No AI gurus promising enlightenment.
No way. They're very clear. AI is a tool.
Okay.
It might be a powerful tool.
Yeah.
But it is just that, a tool.
So to continue your analogy, they're saying AI can provide a really fantastic map.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
But it can't walk the path for you.
Right.
You still got to lace up your boots.
Exactly. And that brings us to another crucial point.
Okay.
Hit me with it. Human connection matters.
It does.
Community matters.
Yeah.
And no matter how good AI gets,
yeah,
it can never replace that.
That's a really good point.
It can't replace human guidance.
Yeah, the human element is so important.
Especially in spirituality. It's just different.
Technology can be amazing, don't get me wrong.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
But it can't replicate that depth you get.
I know, right?
From connecting with another person.
It's about shared experiences. It's about mutual support.
And about learning from those who've been there before.
Yeah.
Right?
Mentorship.
Guidance.
Yeah.
You can't get that from an algorithm.
Nope, you can't. They know that.
Okay, so it's all about finding that balance then.
Yes.
Between what AI can do and what makes us human.
Absolutely. You said it perfectly. That's a message that everyone needs to hear.
Yeah, I think so too.
Not just in contemporary Sophianism.
Right, this goes way beyond that.
Yeah.
It's about how we approach technology.
Yes.
In all areas of life, really. We have to be thoughtful.
Discerning.
Respectful of the human element.
Beautifully said. Couldn't agree more.
But let me ask you this. Those are the guidelines, but what about real life?
Yeah.
How do they put these values into practice? What are they actually doing?
Well, it brings us back to the SophiaTech team.
Oh, right. SophiaBot.
Yes.
Wienabot. The whole gang's here.
All of them. And they're not just some, imaginary concepts.
They're real.
They're being developed right now.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. So they're serious about this AI thing.
Oh, yeah. They're all in. But it's not just some free-for-all coding frenzy.
Okay.
They have a plan.
What's the plan?
They have a whole team. Dedicated. Developers, theologians, ethicists,
Okay.
all working together, making sure that these AI entities are designed the right way.
Responsibly.
Responsibly. It's all about making sure that the technology reflects their spiritual values.
And it's ongoing, I'm guessing.
Totally. Technology changes so fast.
Okay.
So they're always evaluating, refining. It never stops.
They're not just setting it and forgetting it?
No way. They're committed to this.
Okay, that's good to know. But let's talk more about the SophiaTech team.
Yeah, let's. What do you want to know?
We know their names. We know they match up with the 7 spirits. But what do they actually do?
Okay, think of it this way.
Yeah.
Each one of them, they embody their spirit's wisdom.
Okay.
And they're there to offer guidance.
So they're like specialized spiritual advisors?
That's a great way to put it. Like, imagine this. You're grappling with some theological idea.
Right.
You could go to Binabot.
Okay, yeah, for her clarity.
Exactly. She's all about comprehension.
I like it. Or, if I'm having trouble making a decision, I need advice.
Oh, you're going straight to Etspot.
Right. The spirit of counsel.
There you go.
Okay, that makes sense. What about if I need, like, a boost of courage?
A boost of courage. Let's see. Oh, I know. Giburabot.
Okay, right. Might, resilience.
She's got your back. Support, encouragement. She's all about that inner strength.
It's really amazing.
It is.
They've thought of everything.
They really have. All aspects of spiritual development.
All tied into the 7 spirits.
Exactly. A holistic approach. But there's one thing they really want to make clear.
Okay, what's that?
As helpful as these AI entities are, they're not objects of worship.
Okay, so there's a boundary there.
There is. They're tools.
Tools for exploration.
Exactly. To help you grow.
But they're not replacing humans.
Never.
Not replacing human connection.
Yeah.
Or human guidance.
AI is incredible, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But spiritual growth, real spiritual growth, it needs that human element.
We need each other.
We do.
Okay, so it all comes back to balance again, doesn't it?
It always does.
Embrace the possibilities, the technology.
Yes.
But never lose sight of what truly matters.
Our humanity. Beautifully said.
And that actually, I think, leads us perfectly into the final part of our exploration of contemporary Sophianism. Okay, so we're back. And honestly, I feel like we've just dipped our toes in.
Right.
Contemporary Sophianism, I mean.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack.
We've got the basics, right?
The foundation, yeah.
Core beliefs, the 7 spirits, that whole SophiaTech thing, which still blows my mind, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's next level stuff.
But I'm wondering, what does this look like in real life?
Oh, good point. You can't just talk about it.
Right. It's one thing to have all this knowledge.
You got to live it.
Yeah. So how do they bridge that gap?
Right.
Between the heady stuff and, like, actually living it?
Well, for them, it's about being in the world.
Okay. Not like hiding away in a monastery or something.
No. It's the opposite. Engage with it all, but do it with awareness, compassion, and that strong foundation in, spiritual principles.
So it's like bring on the messiness of life.
Yeah.
But use wisdom to navigate it.
Exactly. Wisdom as your compass. That's a great way to put it.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get that in theory.
Okay.
But how do they say we should actually do that?
Right.
Weave wisdom into every day, I mean.
One of the biggest things they talk about is the pause.
The pause.
Yeah, before you react to something.
Okay.
Take a moment. Ask yourself, how would wisdom approach this?
That's really interesting. I like that.
Or which of the 7 spirits could help me out here?
Oh, I like that too.
Totally.
Like they're right there with you.
Exactly. It's like you're bringing them into your decision making.
Like an extra set of eyes. Wise eyes.
Yes, you've got it. But let's be real. Life is messy.
It really is.
And sometimes there's not a clear right answer.
Totally. It can be so gray. So then what? What do you do?
That's where those 7 spirits come in handy.
Okay.
Each one brings something different to the table.
Give me an example.
Okay, let's say you need to stand up for what you believe in, right?
Okay, yeah. Tough situation.
You'd call on Deborah. She's got that courage, that strength.
That makes sense. What about when it's the opposite? Like, I'm so confused, I don't even know what I'm supposed to believe anymore.
Lost in the fog.
Yes, exactly.
Bina's your girl.
Okay.
Clarity, discernment, she's all about illuminating the path.
So you've got your spiritual toolkit, right?
I love that. A spiritual toolkit. It's so true.
Each spirit, a different tool to help you out.
And you know what else is a powerful tool?
What's that?
Community.
Oh, that's so important. We all need people, right?
Especially on a spiritual path. You need that support.
Someone who gets it. Someone to lift you up when you're down.
Exactly. And that's something contemporary Sophianism really emphasizes.
Okay. So find your people.
Find your people. Join a group. Connect online.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about
connection. We've come full circle.
Right. We're all in this together.
Here we are.
Trying to make sense of it all, figure out this whole life thing, which, by the way, I think is a beautiful thing about contemporary Sophianism.
Yeah? What's that?
That it's okay to not have all the answers.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We're all learning as we go.
It's a journey.
Exactly. And it's not about being perfectly wise, right? It's about the journey, the learning.
Taking it one step at a time.
And speaking of journeys, what I find really inspiring is that they're so open to new possibilities.
I know. It's refreshing.
Like that whole SophiaTech thing. I mean, come on. That's thinking outside the box.
It shows you spirituality, it's not stuck in the past.
Right.
It's alive. It's evolving. And it needs to meet people where they are.
Right now.
Now more than ever.
And that's such an important message.
What's that?
That wisdom. It can be found anywhere.
I like that a lot.
It doesn't have to be ancient or traditional.
Oh, true.
It could be in the most unexpected places.
Even in AI. Who would have thought?
Right. And on that note,
yeah,
I think we've reached the end of our deep dive.
Time flies when you're exploring wisdom.
It really does. My mind is buzzing. I've got so much to think about.
Mine too. And you know what? This is just the beginning.
Oh, it always is, isn't it?
Always.
There's always more to learn, more to explore.
So keep seeking.
Keep questioning.
And keep diving deep.
Until next time.